Is it snagged? Okay. No, I reckon it probably doesn't have anything. Okay, so we've just made it to the canal. I'm fishing with my housemate, Josh. And I got the little Temu set up, Ultralight.
That's so long.
It's really whippy. I'm going to try catch a perch with it. Okay, I'm not sure how I feel about it. Yeah. It looks quite cool. And it moves nice, but I'm not sure how. It's all Temu stuff, so it's all quite cheap.
Are you there already? No. Are you there already? No.
Okay, we're going to try down this margin, let us sink a little. Really slow retrieve.
We don't go home for the catch.
No idea. Yeah, so I'm just using a 4cm little swim bait attached to, I think it's about £10 line. It's all from Temu, so obviously the quality is probably not great, but it's very cheap. Nah, I think they're probably more likely to feed now because it's a bit colder.
Yeah.
And someone mentioned that the heat, it means that there's less oxygen in the water and the fish like the oxygen, or the pike.
The technique you reckon, like, in terms of reeling it in?
Yeah, so what you're meant to do is reel it in once, let it sink back to the bottom, reel it in. So you want your thing to be along the bottom. But obviously the problem is with that is there's a lot of that weed, and that'll be at the bottom, won't it? So you keep it at the bottom, you're more likely to get the weed.
Yeah, like that.
Yeah, that's why you can fish on the top. It's hard to know what's best.
It is what it is.
Okay, we'll have a couple more casts around here and we'll just move on. Josh, for the camera, how many times have you been fishing?
Once with you, but I've been like 5 times maybe overall.
Yeah.
I went to a lake, didn't I?
Yeah, different type.
And now fishing one.
Oh, doesn't really cast that well. Also, Josh, look. So when you reel it in next, try casting it differently. So you can do it different ways. So you can obviously underarm it, which is what you've been doing, like this. You flick it like that, but you can flick it this way as well, like that.
Oh yeah. I'll be like that.
Maybe. Yeah, he's caught too. Nah. I've brought a backup rod just in case this Temu one breaks, because although it actually might be quite good quality, you just never know. So I wouldn't rely on it for a whole fishing session yet. Haven't put it to the test yet with a fish. Not sure what's going on over there. Okay, try around the canal boat for a couple. Yeah, try the other cast.
How you doing?
So you'd flick it like that way. It's not, and you can put your other hand there. There you go. There you go, that was better. But obviously be careful of casting too far. This one doesn't really want to cast. That was quite a good cast though, Josh.
You would know if it's a fish, right?
Yeah. So watching like the Savage Gear lot. Savage Gear, I think it is. I recommend just always testing the venue spots by going along the margin with your little jig. What, your lure? You might have snagged it and came off.
Felt different.
Do you reckon?
It felt heavier. I'm not very sure.
We'll cast it back where it was.
Right in that corner. Yeah, because look, there's nothing on it.
Yeah, that's a good sign. You want to cast it back there? Yeah, so I'm going to try and reach the canal boat, but it's just I don't think this thing really reaches very far. Okay, that was alright. Let it sink down. So these are my Fox polarized glasses. I'm going to put them on, hopefully I can see a fish, which I don't think will be the case. So Josh, what you want to do really when you haven't been to a spot is you want to try all the different areas where fish could be. Yeah. So they could be down along that margin, they could be by the canal boat, they could be in the middle, they could be on the other side underneath the trees.
Sick, like a drone.
Yeah, let's try what? Try to spot them.
One of those rod down.
Okay, let's move down and just try further on. Just show the camera what you caught. Best catch today so far.
200 pounder.
200 pounder. So we're now at a lock bit, and I'd recommend to you, Josh, to probably try and the other side. Just because you're more likely to get perch in this bit, but with that lure you're more likely to catch a perch, no, a pike. So if you just fish the other bit.
What, down here on the left?
Yeah, so where the water opens up a bit. Yeah, so because that lure, a bit bigger, more likely to catch a pike, so they're more likely to be in this bit.
Will the reel go down? I mean the cast go down?
Yeah, you're better off standing on that bit just down there. I'm going to try this and I'm going to move down. So I'm just going to try in here quick. Meant to be good in these, but I've never had any luck. Haven't had much luck in general, to be honest. It's important to fish the bottom, and it's quite hard. I say it's quite hard. It's not hard to know what is the bottom because your line will stop tightening there. So that is the bottom, it's on the bottom there, so I'm just going to jig it along. Hopefully there's some sort of hungry perch in here who's not been eaten for days. Been trapped in this lock, the poor thing. Okay, nothing there. Give it one more. Try down there, a bit more oxygenated water. Rumour has it that's meant to be quite good. Okay, so I've just walked over to the other side on the bridge. Josh is on the other side from me. There's a nice bit of water down there. So I'm just going to stand here with the little lure and chuck it around. See if anything's down there. The only thing with not catching is you do question whether there's any fish in this water. But it could just be down to my skill, choice of lure, where I'm casting, time of day. There's quite a lot of factors. What? You got something? Is it snagged? Okay. No, I reckon it probably doesn't have anything. Okay, stop.
Now what?
Stop.
Stop.
Yeah, no, stop reeling.
Why?
You're snagged.
Am I?
Yeah. See?
I'm gonna actually kill myself.
That's what I tried telling you.
How did you know?
Because I told you if it's a fish, so A, you're pulling, it's not moving.
But there's nothing on it.
I know, but there could be a trolley down there. Do you know what I mean?
Oh,
but also,
but it felt so
when
heavy.
I know, when you're reeling and it's snagged, if you hold on to that, hold on to the lure. Don't let it move. So look, you're like this, reeling. Yeah. It's not doing anything. You see, so you shouldn't have like been reeling there, which is fine.
So what should I do there?
Well, obviously, ideally, you'd know it's a snag.
How?
Because, so like I say, hold on to it. So this is what you would have felt.
Yeah.
This would be a fish. I would have seen the rod shaking over there, you know.
Okay.
But also, if it's a good fish, you don't need to reel because it'd pull line like that.
Okay.
And you just keep the pressure on.
So if it's a fish, I'll just know. Is that
Yeah.
No. Shit, my bad, man.
It's alright, mate. Johnny did the same thing, literally last time.
I've been getting like snags and like.
No, but there's difference between weed and something you can't move.
Maybe.
Reel it in this way.
Yeah.
And it snags. Walk past the snag.
Go that
and
way.
try take it out because you've got to imagine the hook.
Yeah.
You're only pulling it in, so you want to go backward.
Well, I actually had so much adrenaline then as well. My bad.
That's alright. Johnny did the same thing. Yeah, so it was a snag. But obviously when you haven't been fishing before and you haven't caught a fish, you don't know what a snag is and what a fish is. So that little bit of change for him, where it's a big weight and you can't move it, would feel like a fish. But it's always good to be ready for one. Yeah, it's not nice to snag, but it's inevitable when you're on canals, really. Yeah, so I just snagged that. I got to be careful because this rod will break. Okay, we'll give it a cast along this margin. Okay, not ideal, it's quite hard to target where you want to go with this, but it's good for the money. Definitely good for the money. Is it? Yeah.
You just ran past and said up the villa.
So what you can, one method that they showed is you tighten like that. Oh, it actually worked. Got that on camera. Oh, so it's well shallow round here.
Should I not be here then?
They could be, but you'd probably be able to see them there. But this is when the top water lure would be better.
Yeah.
Because this one, you're going to sink. You can, but we could also just move down.
Okay.
So when you move along, you want to hook that and reel in just a bit like that. Okay, we're going to move down. Before that, I'm going to try under the tree or around there. Really shallow. I don't know if you can see it on the camera. Probably about 2-3 foot water. So snagging is definitely quite easy when you've got a heavy lure on, like Josh just had. One more cast to the other side. Okay, that was a fail. Okay, we're going to try this spot further down, but it looks really shallow. I'm not sure if there'll be anything in there. All you can do is try. Okay. Great.
Right, we've got snails.
Yeah? That's good. That is your first creature. So yeah, obviously if it doesn't feel right when you're reeling in, likelihood is you've got something on it, and when it's not presented well, chances are you're not going to catch. So if it is like that and you feel it, best just reel it in and get it back out there. I'm not sure whether they've done something to this. I don't think it used to be this shallow. Yeah, let's give it a go in here while Josh is around with the bikes. Okay, we're going to try on here, just the other side. Oh, another problem. Not only has it wrapped around into the rod, but the tail is not good. Wrapped around the hook. A little bit weak. Okay. Oh, there's so much stuff in the water for me to get hooked onto. Just moved a little bit further down. 2 structures out there, as you can see. Just seen some bubbles there. Got to try and get the lure there. Oh, you bastard. Okay, let's try and make the cast. There we go. Okay, so a little bit further down now, we've got a lot of overhanging branches and we've got a bridge there, so a lot, and we've got the weeds growing here, so a lot of structure, a lot of places for perch to be, and pike. So let's hope we catch one. So we move further down, really nice spot, got the weeds growing that side, trees hanging over there, and a bridge to my right. But I haven't had a bite yet. So I would say it's pretty hard fishing this Leeds stretch on the canal. Okay, so I've just switched over to a little bit bigger, a little heavier. Hopefully I can cast a bit better because that light there wasn't casting very well, even though I'm on a really light setup. I think maybe it's the cheap braid or maybe it's too heavy. But yeah, this casts much better. Really nice spot. Just whether there's any fish around.
No, that's one in it.
We got a snag.
Where was it?
Yeah.
No, that's actually popped me right off. I have not been this pissed off in ages.
You got to be excited, mate.
Huh?
You should be excited.
I am, but I want it in my hand. Right, let's just stay here for a bit.
So what I didn't get on camera is Josh just had a little jack pike follow its lure. Here's a lure. So there's obviously a pike around here somewhere. Whether we'll catch it, I don't know. As you can see, this is sort of what we're working with. A lot of stuff in the water to get your hook on. So we're going to avoid this bit. I'm going to cast over here, just gone to the other side because I know I can reach these overhanging branches a bit better. As you can see, Josh is just there. So a bit further on now, got a nice bridge, lily pads. So, and obviously there's overhanging branches above me which I can't really move to sea well, but we are trying everywhere. But it's just hard to know whether there's fish and how many, if there is. Because yeah, I've never had a fish on this side of the canal. We have just seen a little jack chase his lure, but didn't take it. That's all I've seen. Okay, I think I might wrap things up there. Me and Josh didn't get anything today, but it's about getting out. It's quite a nice day and a nice evening for it. I mean, I think next time I go I'm going to try somewhere new, because I've been here quite a few times and had no luck. But it's quite scenic, and yeah, we'll catch you in the next video. Hopefully that's quite soon.